Warning, portions of this video may be frightening and or triggering to certain people. If you are made uneasy by sights of hospitals, medical equipment, doctors, personal protective equipment, and or activities taken within a hospital, please refrain from watching this video. I will do my all to adhere with YouTube guidelines. But with that being said, viewer discretion is advised.
Oxygen 97, yeah?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Who's coughing up blood? Me?
So as you guys know, for the last few years, I've been living in the Philippines, specifically on a very small island called Siargao. Well, at the end of July of 2021, I got infected with COVID-19. This was during the surge of the Delta variant, and it was a very, very scary time, both on the island that I was living on, the Philippines in general, and worldwide. And I've kept quiet about my experience with COVID because the times being so controversial, talking about it, and specifically the place I was kind of scary, and I'll get into more detail about that later. Today I'm going to be telling you guys my story, my experience with COVID-19, and it's really important to me that you guys watch this entire video. There's a couple reasons for that. I've got an incredible sponsor who is sponsoring this video, and I'm so proud to be sponsored by them because they genuinely helped me during the COVID-19 experience. And the name of that sponsor is SafetyWing. They're an incredible insurance company that helped me save so much money on this entire ordeal. I learned some valuable lessons that I really want to share with you because of them. I'm also dealing with the long-term effects of COVID-19 till this day, more than half a year later. So for me, I want to open up about my story and my experience with COVID-19 in the Philippines right now. Also, subscribe to my second channel, the Dinosaur channel, link in the description. July of 2021 was peak enjoyment in Siargao for me and my group of friends. I had been living with my girlfriend for around 3 months at the time. We spent most of our time surfing and enjoying the island while the island was still kind of on lockdown. The Philippines had not been accepting any new visitors at the moment, so Siargao was pretty quiet. We were relatively unbothered by the coronavirus. I was enjoying my life in Siargao so much at this point is when I started looking for a plot of land to build a house on. And then one day, everything changed when I woke up with the worst fever of my entire life. Now consider that Siargao is a relatively isolated island, and at the time when I contracted coronavirus, vaccines were not so readily available on the island at the moment, so I was unvaccinated, as well as most of my friends and community that I knew on the island. At the first sign of a slightest fever, the day before I got a really bad fever, I ran to get an antigen test on the island. I did it at the most trustworthy clinic in General Luna, and it came out negative. So rightfully so, I assumed that I was fine because we didn't really have many cases of coronavirus on the island. On day 2 of receiving that fever, it became the worst, most unbearable fever I've ever had in my life. My girlfriend literally had to wipe me down with a damp towel just so I could open my eyes and operate on a day-to-day basis to get up to pee and drink water. After day 3, my symptoms sort of fluctuated in and out of fever, a general feeling of nausea, and just an unwell, tired, achy feeling. I developed a lower back pain that hasn't left me till this day, and on day 7, I started experiencing symptoms that really started scaring me. I had this sort of low-grade fever that just wouldn't leave, terrible body aches, and a cough that had been running for around 2 days. On day 7 was the first time that I saw blood in my cough. When I was coughing, I'd cough up a slight amount of blood in the mucus that was coming out of my throat. That really concerned me. I knew it was time for me to go visit a hospital because I was feeling really bad. I packed up my things and left towards the city of Surigao, knowing that most likely I would have to stay for a prolonged period of time outside of the island because at the time, Philippines law, if you came down with COVID, you had to stay in a COVID facility, whether that was a private hospital or a public government facility. I went off to St. Paul's Hospital, the best private hospital in Surigao City. That's where I did another antigen test, and this time it came back positive, and this was my reaction. So, it finally happened. I actually got COVID-19. I'm currently being inundated in the hospital here in Surigao City in St. Paul's Hospital. About 6 days ago, I started feeling symptoms, and I did a test on the first day. I felt symptoms, the antigen test on the island of Siargao. Came back negative, but I just did one when I arrived here, and it came back positive. I've been suffering through really bad symptoms They've teetered out the last few days. Now I'm just stuck with this really bad cough and chest pain and sort of pain when I inhale. I've been coughing up mucus with some blood in it, which has been really worrisome, which is why I came to the hospital to get myself checked. I'm paying a lot of money for this one. It's gonna be over $100 a day, but it's a really nice room. I acknowledge that this is a luxury that most Filipinos probably don't get, and most people around the world who get COVID-19 don't get, and I'm happy that I'm able to afford it. And the doctors here promised to take good care of me, so I'm looking forward to the process. I don't know how much of this I'm going to document or what this is going to go for, but I'm hopefully already on the road to recovery. The doctor said she's not very worried about my condition, just to keep an eye out to see if things worsen. That's why I'm staying in this hospital. But the goal is to only stay 5 days and then go and quarantine the rest of my time back on the island of Siargao. So let's see what happens. Let's begin healing from COVID-19. So I thought I'd show off what the hospital just brought me. They brought me a little care package. This is great. Digital thermometer, some little towels, a cup, toilet paper, toothbrush and toothpaste, a bunch of soap, alcohol, even these really nice face masks. Some more soap over here. Yeah, I have no complaints. This is a really nice setup. All right, this is giving me throwback feels to when I was held in that Nipa hut, not too far away from here. Nice. We got some rice and veggies, some clean food, banana, some soup. Fantastic. So happy about this. And we got some IVs. They're gonna give me some liquid and I think some medicine. Man, I have not eaten all day. I'm starving, so I'm gonna start chowing down. I'm super hungry. Attempt number 5. Here we go. Please work for the love of God. And whoa. Oh my God. We got? Yeah, baby.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. It's good.
Oh, good.
Is it looking okay?
No.
No? All right. So that was it, last attempt?
Yeah.
So we're giving up on the IV?
No, we will be back.
Oh. Oh no. Ow! Shoot. Ow.
Why?
Oh. Oh.
We will just rest for a while and we will be back for...
Okay, so my paranoid mother is on FaceTime with me. She's gonna be here for the next few days while I'm healing with the corona. Hi, Mama. Say hi.
Hi.
What you just saw was the nurse's 6th attempt at trying to put an IV in my hand. My hands are full of holes right now. I'm in a ridiculous amount of pain. That was terrible. This is terrible. They just stuck 6 IVs into my hand. None of them were able to accomplish the goal. I just finished eating dinner though, and I'm gonna chug a bunch of water to hopefully help them IV me a little later. We're just gonna keep chilling. Morning. I'm feeling good. I woke up feeling really good. I think my IV, they finally got the IV in last night. I don't think it's really been working. Or maybe it isn't, it's just super slow. I don't know. I feel like the thing has barely gone down since last night. I slept the best I've slept this whole week here on this hospital bed. I slept almost 7 hours, I think. They just woke me up a little while ago to do some blood work, so I finished that. I feel great. I don't have a fever. I don't feel sick. I'm actually in really good spirits. The only thing is I keep coughing up a little bit of blood in my mucus, which is indicative of some sort of
infection in either my lungs or in my like breathing apparatus, and it's really scary. It scares the crap out of me. But last night I did a chest x-ray, so hopefully we'll get the results to be able to look at what's exactly going on with me, and how to treat it. But hopefully it's something that will go away with the medication that they provide me here. Other than that, I'm feeling really good on day number 2, and we'll see. Hopefully soon I'll get some breakfast and I can chow down a bit. All right, breakfast has arrived. I was right about my IV, by the way. It wasn't working, so they had to unclog a blood clot that started happening here, which was terrible feeling, absolutely disgusting. Try to show you guys what we got for breakfast here. In this first container seems like some sort of noodle soup. Oh, that's great. It's a delicious noodle soup. My oxygen 97, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Beautiful. So it was just an oxygen test. I asked them regularly to come check my oxygen because I want to make sure that it's not dropping, because that's one of the most dangerous things with Corona. So far I've been stable at 97, which is super high and really healthy. So here we have some noodle soup. And we got 2 orders of eggs with some sayote, I think, and rice. Breakfast, let's go. All right, nurses came by to give me my antibiotic, azithromycin, and this little sodium immune pro vitamin. Delicious medicine.
I'm gonna swab you first in the mouth, sir. Just need to open your mouth wide so I can swab your tonsils.
Okay.
Open your mouth wide, sir.
Did you get it?
Yeah, but in the other side also.
Oh, sorry, hold on. Sorry, I'm feeling a little nauseous from the thing. Okay. Is it okay?
Yeah,
Okay. Sorry.
it's okay.
I'm really bad with these swabs. It's so terrible. I genuinely hope this is the last one I have to do in my life. It's so bad. I hate this so much. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, hit me. Oh, God. Oh.
Sorry.
That was really painful. Okay.
Just relax here,
So bad. Morning of day 3. I just got served breakfast, and today's breakfast is fire. It's straight fire. We've got eggs with vegetables, little pancakes, and then freaking one of my favorite Filipino foods, and I got 2 of them, 2 servings. Champorado, which is like a chocolate rice porridge. So I'm really happy I'm getting some diversity in the food as of today. I'm feeling kind of somber on day 3 now because, I don't know, I mean, I keep coughing up blood and it's really scaring me, even though like everything, all the tests so far have come back negative for anything serious. X-rays, chest, blood tests, my oxygen level's still high, I'm breathing fine. Even my cough is kind of slowing down a bit and not getting that bad anymore, but it's just I don't know, the coughing up blood, it's really scaring me. But anyways, as of yesterday, I've completed my first 7 days of having symptoms of the coronavirus. So technically should only have 7 days left of being ill and or spreading symptoms. And I did a PCR test yesterday, so I'm waiting for those results today to see if I'm still positive for corona. But yeah, I'm gonna dig into breakfast and I'm just hoping for some sort of improvement on this blood. It's really freaky to cough up and see blood come out. It's not a nice feeling. It doesn't hurt or anything, it's just scary. Day 4 waking up. Actually, the view from the room, I have to say, is really beautiful. I always forget every time I come to Surigao City how beautiful the mountains around this area are. Mindanao is amazing. I always forget. Just the mountains, the scale, they're so big. They're freaking huge. Anyways, I just got breakfast delivered, day 4. I know I didn't film much yesterday. Just kind of been in a mood. Like, I just feel a little bit trapped already. You know, this is gonna be my... Since I made it to the Philippines this time around, since the pandemic started, this is gonna be my, like, 4th time being forcibly held somewhere for a prolonged period of time. Like, I just, it's hard having to do this. And I know I have to now because I'm diseased, but it's like, man, it just kind of breaks you a little bit on the inside, just knowing, like, you can't see the end. It's gonna be a long time. I'm drinking my medication right now. That is anti-cough drink. My cough is doing really good. My mucus is becoming less bloody. I still, when I take a deep breath, it still makes me cough, but my oxygen is steadily going up every day. Yesterday, my oxygen report was coming in at 99, so really high. Let's take a look at what we have for breakfast today. We got ourselves a little clementine. I think this is, oh, okay. We got some vegetables, coffee, some bangus fried fish on rice, and a plate full of vegetables, hard-boiled egg, and some white rice. I'm gonna dig into breakfast. Good morning, Surigao City. It is another beautiful morning. The doctors have brought me my medicine. It's around 6 a.m. Sorry, I have the kettle heating up some water. I'm feeling great today. Yesterday the doctor told me that I have pneumonia, a very mild case of pneumonia, but pneumonia caused by COVID nonetheless. My cough is almost completely subsided at this point. Had COVID-induced pneumonia, but a super mild case of it. But I'm being given steroids to help me treat the disease, and the steroids are super fast acting. They kind of my stomach a little bit, but they made me feel good really quickly. In addition to that, I was told yesterday that I'll probably be able to return back to the island of Siargao in just a few days, maybe 4 to 5 days maximum. So that's really nice as well, which means I don't have to stay at the hospital and keep spending money. I did get my bill yesterday though, for the first 4 or 5 days, and it is 47,000 pesos. That is $1,000. Like, I really hope my insurance covers this, because if it doesn't,
And cover it did. Now, I want to take a second to pause. I don't want to make myself seem like I'm not appreciative of the fact that the medical costs in the Philippines are significantly lower than if I would have contracted COVID and had to have been hospitalized in the United States. $1,000 to $1,600, which was my final bill of being in the hospital for over a week's time in Surigao, is a really, really, really good price. But in scale of living in the Philippines and everything that I was doing at the moment and not uploading videos so much, finances are coming down a little bit. Getting a bill for 95,000 pesos or like $1,600, it's not a fun thing to experience. But I happened to sign up for SafetyWing. So I signed up for SafetyWing about a week before I came down with COVID-19. And I signed up for it because I had some other ongoing health issues that I was worried were going to develop into something in the future. So I signed up for health insurance, the cheapest one I could find, just so I could sign up for health insurance. And this is something that I never do and I never will not do again. The rate was $40 a month and it covered so many different things, but there was a clause in there that while I was in the hospital, I managed to find out that SafetyWing would cover every single COVID-19 related payment that I had to do with a copay of around $250. So after I got this whopping bill for $1,600 or $1,700 from the hospital after I was discharged, I logged into my SafetyWing dashboard and I submitted all the documents through the really, really easy process. They let you know that they're going to refund you within a certain window block and you just have to wait those amount of days. I waited the amount of days that they told me to wait on the platform, and boom, A few weeks later, I got $1,300 deposited back into my bank account. It was such a simple process and something that I didn't think about, but spending that $40 to buy into the insurance before getting COVID is a lesson that I learned I can never ever live without, especially when I'm traveling, and you never should either. I could not recommend enough you guys sign up for SafetyWing down below in the description using my link. Obviously, it will help out this channel a little bit as well, but you'll be supporting a company I can genuinely vouch for that helped me so much. So sign up for SafetyWing down below in the description. So to get back into the COVID story, after I was discharged from the hospital, my recovery from COVID-19 was pretty difficult. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I have a lower back pain that has not left since then. It's something I'm actively still trying to figure out exactly why is still there, and something that I still deal with till this day, which I never had before COVID, was headaches. I've been getting sort of consistent mild headaches for the last almost year. Now, while I was living in Siargao, my life, especially before COVID, was super active. I was working out all the time, and if I wasn't skating or surfing, I was in the sun being active in some sort of way. I remember the week that I got back from the hospital, I tried to surf briefly after, and I lasted in the water 15 minutes. Before getting a full-on panic attack, having a hard time breathing, and having to leave the water. And to give reference, before that I was surfing 4 hours a day almost every single day, in direct sunlight, sometimes in the heat of the day, and I was completely unfazed. For the first month after, I also had an extreme case of brain fog. I couldn't remember things very clearly. I couldn't think straight. I had a hard time focusing on work and generally on YouTube. It should be the explanation for the lack of videos between July, August, September, all those months. And overall, it was a pretty horrible experience. I did manage to catch the Omicron variant when I was in Manila before I left the Philippines, and I caught this after I was already vaccinated twice. So the effects of the disease were very mild for me. I had basically a cold for a couple days. A lot of my friends and I who had recently traveled from Siargao, which didn't really have many cases of COVID, to Manila, we all caught COVID pretty much in the same week that we arrived. But again, the symptoms were very mild. My main drawback from this whole experience with COVID was I highly recommend that you should sign up for health insurance. If you can't sign up for health insurance, or you're a traveler like me, sign up for SafetyWing down below in the description. I don't mean for them to sponsor the entire experience, but really they saved my ass on this experience, and they really helped me out. And for something as small as 40 bucks, which is something that a lot of people can pay, especially when you're backpacking or you're traveling, think about it, it's like 2 nights accommodation or a few good meals out on the road. You could save yourself hundreds of thousands of dollars, or whatever other currency you use, down the road by having this safety backup of SafetyWing. They're honestly there to cover your back, and I highly recommend you use them. Guys, as the world starts moving on from COVID, I hope that everybody is well, and I hope you guys all stay safe out there. Please continue to support this channel by supporting companies who support me down below in the description, and obviously continuing to watch the videos. I'm very excited to bring you guys this one because I've been working on this video and holding it back for a long time. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I love you long time. Goodbye.